Open source is really important for just about anybody who wants to make progress with technology. But as far as government is concerned, governments have to be accountable for the money that they spend, and they have to achieve their mission, whether it's in the civilian space, military, or the intelligence communities. It's really important to be able to demonstrate results. And one of the characteristics that we've seen in the open source world since government woke up to open source in about 2000, 2001 is that open source has been able to deliver solutions faster at a lower cost and deliver demonstrable results which can be enhanced to meet changing requirements. It's always tough to pick winners, but my favorite example is how the NSA joined the Linux community to help develop SE Linux. The SE Linux platform, which Red Hat has basically made its universal standard, has not only helped secure systems for the government, but commercial customers have also found a lot of benefit. SE Linux has been responsible for driving the number of critical kernel vulnerabilities to 0 for the entire commercial lifespan of RHEL 4, RHEL 5, and RHEL 6. And that kind of reliability, that kind of security has really helped enhance a product like Red Hat Enterprise Linux for cloud and virtualization. So the NSA has done a phenomenal job of showing what is possible with community participation. Another example I think was really outstanding is the way that the National Weather Service adopted open source and began building a new platform for basically predicting and tracking and communicating weather events. When I moved to North Carolina as part of Red Hat, we had the governor only had authority to issue evacuations in a very limited window, which was really actually not that helpful given the fury and the speed of hurricanes approaching. The improved capabilities of the National Weather Service proved over a number of years that we now have really advanced warning about when evacuations are necessary, where they are necessary, and giving that confidence to people to pay attention to these important warnings has helped save lives and property. I think that the government has really begun to see that the participatory model of open source really mirrors exactly the kind of democracy that government is trying to promote. It is possible to achieve objectives with many stakeholders participating together. And the whole world is moving to more and more information technology. Everything that we're doing now in terms of college courses, in terms of medical records, in terms of commercial records, etc., is increasingly going online, and the government should be no exception. We should have efficient, electronic, and secure data systems. And the future of government in open source is to be able to move more of its processes, more of its systems, more of its data into electronic formats that can be efficiently and safely accessed. The open source community is now a community with a 25+ year track record. We've been through multiple iterations of development models, multiple iterations of licenses, multiple iterations of platform capabilities, and I think that the government, whether it's at a civilian agency or a military agency, can look at how this track record meets the requirements of the given program, meets the requirements of the given department, and most importantly, meets the mission objectives in terms of service delivery and in terms of future adaptation and enhancement. One of the things that we talked about here at the conference, which got a lot of positive feedback, is the way that a project that Red Hat is not directly involved with, but which it uses every day, is GitHub. And so one of the things that GitHub has really done is it's helped transform the way developers approach open source development. When I started doing open source development back in the 1980s, it took many developers working on a single project to really accomplish something. And what GitHub has done is it's made it possible for individual developers to actually work on multiple projects at the same time. And it's really empowered a lot more collaboration, a lot more sharing, and it has made it possible for more people to make more changes more rapidly. And overall, I think that this is another reason why we see open source continuing to move to the front of the line in terms of capabilities, standards, interoperability, and security.